Hey guys, it's Byfield, and with ESEA season starting tomorrow, I thought what better timing to post my first analytical YouTube video than today. This is one of my best matches from last season, ESEA main, versus 8 Sins. I end the game with 20 kills, 100 ADR, nearly 1 kill per round. We do lose the matchup, but the CT side is good to break down for you guys if you're looking to learn and improve as an AWPer and a Mirage, or just as a player overall. So at the time of this recording, 8 Sins were the UKIC British champions. They were 8-3 in ESEA main, so if they won this game, they're in playoffs, or with a good win-to-loss ratio in playoffs. And then for us, we were 7-5 in ESEA main, so a win here would have also put us 1 away from getting main playoffs. And listen, a lot of UK teams find main playoffs very important. There's only one team in advance right now, I believe, which is the Washington core. And outside of that, all these UK teams, Coalesce, 8 Sins, us, I say us, me, we're looking to get back into advanced. So these games are important. Right off the rip, I spot 3 players jumping out mid. And what's really important here, guys, is the trajectory that I see them go. You see the smoke coming connector and the smoke coming for the instant window. You would think it's going to be a B split. However, playing a lot of Face It, I do see this pistol a lot that's called, and it's where you try and fake a B split. You flash into, or you flash into jungle or into connector, and you split A instead. So I do actually call that I know the pistol. I tell my teammate Aradon to stay in A, and instead of rotating B, I actually rotate back towards jungle. So I have a really good read on the situation here. But, as you'll see, not quite a good enough read to dodge the flash, as I mentioned. So my teammate goes down without a kill. We're down a man. ESEA is able to get one from balcony. I'm able to get a nice tap, but I do get traded out here by Dobbo. So into a 3 versus 3, but we do close it out and we do take the pistol round. So we start 1-0, and that's where the info is so important, understanding where the T's want to be and what to do in that situation. Smoke out connector, peeking towards top mid. And again, I see them smoke top mid here, but it's a really bad top mid smoke. I don't know who threw it, but it's such a bad top mid smoke. I'm able to peek underpass. And 8 Sins have gone for a contact out A with the Galils on the force, as they did get the bomb planted in the previous round. So here I'm able to pull off a lot of damage here. Get the first kill onto Tadpole, kill Prime, and I'm even able to get a double down as well to... Oh, you can't see it. 37 HP. So I'm able to do 100, 263 damage here in this round. I'm able to bring it back into a favorable position here. And with that, we're able to close it. So you saw there, I peek con, I peek mid. The top mid smoke was so bad that you saw I had a gap here. I knew no one was boxes, so I'm able to rush underpass. I clear mid, I clear under, and at that same timing, my teammates say that it's A. But thankfully, I'm able to keep 2 of my teammates on A from all of the info that there's nothing top mid. I come here, and I'm able to get the kill onto Tadpole, onto Prime, and 40 damage also onto Dobbo. So really crucial round here. If we got reset, it would have fumbled our whole half. Now let's go, round 3. Versus an eco, so nothing too important here. Molotov comes out. And one of the things I like to do here, guys, is I like to do the molly boxes and then do the nade into the top mid smoke. And the reason for it is, if I had actually landed the nade properly, you would have had Tadpole. I think it's Tadpole. Yeah, you would have had Tadpole here in the open. Obviously not because of the molly, but still, the HE nade would have been correct, and I would have got the kill, but instead I missed it, and the smoke doesn't reveal him. So just a little trick there for you guys if you want to try it. Nothing too special here, guys. I'm just being really active. Oh, good night, Prime. I'm being really active, really... just no respect, really. I know they're on Deagles, but at this point, I don't care. And there you have it. Right. Round 4. Here we make the call to go for the double underpass play. Now, there's different options that you can do here, guys. You can either have the boost underpass, where you boost here and you peek top mid. The problem is I did call that the enemies, 8 Sins, are smoking top mid, so that's not a good call. You can also go for the double push, but I make a mistake here. This is a big mistake from me. At this point, I need to be closer to my teammate Aradon. And if I'm closer to my teammate Aradon, I'm able to get the trade kill onto Prime. And the problem is here, guys, is Without that trade kill, I'm giving away far too much information to 8sins. Why? Not only am I in the wrong position here, so I don't trade my teammate, but also, I mean, he wasn't pushing. He was playing he was holding for the push, and Prime obviously kills him. But I need to be there to trade. Not only does Prime see 2 people underpass, but when you see 2 underpass like this, it's obvious with 3 mid, guys. So obvious with 3 mid, which means we're 1A and 1B. And what do you know? They make the correct call, and they go for the play to contact into B. And here I should have stayed for the fight as well. One of the crucial understandings is a trade kill is so important in this situation that it's worth me going for it even if I die. What's a better way to phrase it? Maybe it's better to get it's better to have 2 deaths than it is to have no trade. And what does that mean? It means if I get no trade, the round's going to be lost anyway versus a good team. Why? Because it's a 4 versus 5, and they understand our setup from the information. They're just going to go B, they're going to trade out the kills on B, and they're going to win the after plan. It's easy. And if I do go for the trade and I get it, it's a 4 versus 4, and we're able to climb back the advantage, and we have a better chance on the retake of the round itself. And if we lose 2 people and 2 people die, screw it. We were going to lose the round anyway. Most likely, percentage-wise, we were going to lose the round anyway, so 2 deaths is whatever. At least I would have tried to go for the win if I had fought Prime there and underpass, which is the mistake that I make. So, they do take B, and again, as I said, we're down 5v4. We have no real chance this round because of the information and the man disadvantage. But let's see. Next round. First round with the AWP. And when the AWP comes out, you have 2 options here, guys. You either can play very passive, i.e. start A, flash your teammates into ramp if you want to give the T's mid, anchor A on these sorts of line of sights in connector, ramp, or you can even go B and just hold B apps and you know, let your B player play around jungle and connect it with the rifle instead. There's options that you have, or if your teammates want to go for a double boost here onto short, there's many different options you can do on the first buy rounds. But for me, with the information that I already had, seeing the con smokes, seeing the top mid smokes, I knew I wanted to go short. So I do the safe jump. And again, guys, there's 2 ways you can jump into window. You can obviously jump into window like so. But the problem is, if the T's are going to swing top mid, then they are going to see you as you're jumping and you will die. Or you can do the jump I've done here into ladder room, which is safer. And this guarantees you that you are going to be out mid. But the problem is you do lose this line of sight and you do give up the opportunity for the T's to be behind the boxes. So this early into the round, this early into the game where I haven't established how they like to play, if it's fast out mid, they might throw it in there. I take the safer option. But 8sins go for the B execute here off the rip. They just leave 1 player lurking in mid. But because I'm on short, I'm in the right place. 1 kill. I'm lining up for the set. What the hell was that? What the hell was that from Farmer Boy Teddy? Tadpole, fair play. Fair play. It's just a straight pre-fire. That one's frustrating because if he has a reaction time test against me, I kill him. You know, if he peeks into me, I kill him. Instead, he pre-fires me perfectly, and he wins the duel. So fair enough, Fair enough, Teddy. Okay, so we were just on eco there. We're going to skip forward. And into the next buy round, let's see what happens. So I've already gained enough information, 6 rounds in, how they like to play. They like to play heavy sights, and they like to play 1, you know, potentially 2 lurkers in mid, maybe 2 underpass, or 1-1, or just 1 full stop in mid, and 4 towards A or 4 towards B, etc. So I have 2 choices in these kind of situations where I can AWP B and take pressure off the B players, or I can AWP A, take pressure off the A players, and free them up to work around con, short, window, and around these parts of the map to enable them. So I choose to start A. And at this point, 8sins have gone for the mid control. 2 underpass, 2 top mid. And they're doing the 4-1 again. This time they're doing 4-1 in mid. And it's Dobbo on the lurk on ramp. As you can see here, guys, I'm just allowing my teammates to play 2 around connector around this con smoke. And it works in their favor. If I had the AWP and I was just holding connector like this, and I had to say, guys, someone hold my ramp. Like Aradon would have to be here. Guys, someone hold my palace. Nixara would have to be here maybe, or here holding palace, or here holding palace. Again, it's not freeing them up. And especially when you see the angles which Tadpole and Carter were in, which is on the left side of Con, my AWP wouldn't be able to see them. They're trying to avoid my AWP. That's why they're hiding there. And instead, freeing up the riflers enables them to get those kills. Flash comes in. I'm blind. Bang. This is so painful to watch this back, guys. I do the hard part of the round. The hard part of the round is gaining the bomb. I kill Fraser, who's the enemy AWPer. It's so hard for the T side to win when there is no T AWP. It's so hard to win the round. Why? Because in CS2, with peak as advantage, even if the bomb's planted and you have AKs holding the angles, you can be swinging into these angles, into ramp, into sandwich, onto site with the rifles, with the M4s, and you have such a good chance of killing them. Whereas if Fraser was alive with the AWP in the after plant, he can lock down these really, really powerful choke points with the AWP, and it's a much easier after plant for the Ts. So I've done the hard part, I've killed the AWPer, and then I overpeak like a noob. And I turn it from a 3 versus 2 into a 2 versus 2. So this is a big mistake from me, massive mistake from me. If I just kill Fraser and play CT and hold for the push, give up the A site, and play the 3 versus 2 after plant, we definitely win this round. Now we're on to an eco, guys, into the next round. But you can see here, it's a 3v3 thanks to my teammates landing some nice 1Ds. And actually, I'm able to get my own nice 1D as well. And we do actually go on to close out this round. So really important recovery here from us. Let's watch it again, actually. We went back and we watched Teddy's nice one tap. We're going to watch mine. Oh, my gosh. Right. Next round.
This video wouldn't be possible without skins.com, the best place to buy, sell, and trade skins in Counter-Strike with a 0% market fee. Skins.com allows you to take your old and boring skins and switch them out for something fresh and fancy. To do this, just log in through Steam, connect your inventory, and start trading, selling, and buying your skins immediately. All transactions are credited in 7 days in accordance to Valve's trade policy. Check them out in the description.
Once again, guys, I've got the AWP. And as I said before, the best way for me to utilize the AWP is anchor sites in this kind of game. As I said, the con smokes are coming out, smokes top mid. They're really respecting the AWP. You saw how much they're respecting my AWP when they're here hiding in left side con, because they're worried that I'm going to be ticket, triple, holding these angles and killing them. So instead of starting middle, I'm going to start on B. All right, I'm going to start on B. And again, once again, we're seeing the same thing from 8sins. The 4-1. We've seen now one round where they went 4 in mid and 1 A. Besides that, guys, it's been prime here or prime underpass and 4B or 4A. That's it. So I've got such a good chance of gambling one of these sites if I just play A or B. Instead of it being like a convoluted A split through con or B split through con, which would be a lot more harder for me to anchor down by myself with the AWP. So, execute comes in. I shoot a little bit too early here, but it's okay. Molotov comes out towards balcony, and I throw down the smoke as well. What's important is the Molotov comes out for balcony, which means I would have heard them if they ticked, or they would have smoked the molly. So if they did cross when I was flashed, I would have heard it. Then I block off the left side of me for safety, and you can see what this kind of position it puts me in. I'm so powerful right now, guys. I know they can't be on the left side of me, but if they were, they wouldn't be able to really push. They'd have to respect the smoke. And I've got this really strong sightline angle from empty pillar into the window here. And with that, there isn't really many options for 8sins. Easy kill for me onto Dobbo. Now I'm able to hold short. My teammate does get the kill onto Tadpole, and now I can just lock down balcony. If he jumps out window, this is Fraser, I'm going to hear him. And yeah, there's not really much that he can do. Left, right. Good night. So, 5-4 up, and it's looking good. It's looking real good. 11 kills, 11 for 7. And 140 ADR. I'm really feeling myself right now in this game. Now, we're versus a half buy here. And a very important thing to understand, team, is when your versus a low buy, Tech 9s, armors, maybe a Hero AK. Hero AK doesn't really make sense here because of how strong our money still is. But either way, they're on a half buy. And when you're versus a low buy, the pace of the round is much faster, okay? The pace of the round is much faster. Why? Because the utility that they have is much lower. Therefore, the T's have to make decisions quicker. The pace of the round has to be faster. Like a quick fake mid into an A execute, or a quick fake mid into a B execute, etc. So you'll see why I'm talking about that here. Top mid smoke comes out, and I do the exact same. I molly behind the boxes, and I nade the smoke. Bang. And at this point, I see nothing in mid. I know there's nothing in mid. If we were versus a full buy, I would still stay here because it's likely that there will be players here and here waiting for a flashbang from a player here. They would wait for me to throw my HE either top mid, or maybe I'd HE the window smoke. Then they would flash, pop, and then they would take mid as 3. But versus a low buy, that's very, very unlikely. So once I have the information there's no one mid, I should be leaving window here, guys. I need to be leaving window, and I need to be rotating B or kitchen to hold B or ticket to hold A. So this is a big mistake from me. I get blind, and unfortunately it's my teammate's flash that blinds me. I think it's a T's flash, so now I feel like there's T's in mid, but it's not. My teammate flashed me, and yeah, I overstayed by about 4 seconds here, guys. And you can see what ends up happening is the T players contact out A, and I'm not there. I'm out of position. Obviously, I whiff here on Fraser. He's 11 HP. That's not the mistake, though. The mistake is not rotating fast enough and understanding the moment in the round. So let's watch it again. Molly comes out. Bang. I spot no one, and I leave. Okay, let's imagine I left mid at this timing. So now I'm running. I'm crouching through the vent. I'm running. I'm still running. I'm still running, and I'm here. Pause. Look at where I am in order to get all of these kills. All of these kills out ramp from ticket. If I had rotated on the correct timing, I would already be ticket. And look at how easy these kills are, guys. It actually pains me to watch this. These are the freest frags of my life. And I would have even baited as well for my teammate Balcony, and he would have had even easier kills than he had. So GG, go next. Next round, 6-4. Once again, guys, nothing too crazy here. I'm following the same philosophy, which is anchoring A or anchoring B, just avoiding mid, really. Now, this time we play a different setup. Before, you would see I would have the riflers play around jungle and around connector. Instead, this time we have a call from spawn where I'm going to op ticket, and we're going to show these guys 8 sins a different look. And that is the same stance, 3A, but a different look, which is going to be to take ramp. So I'm holding for the peak. I flash my teammates into ramp. Bang. And we take ramp. I'm holding for the peak short. I'm holding con. What's important here as well, guys, is window is not broken, which means I feel so safe here. And at this point, my teammate Aradon pushes ramp. And you'll see, guys, he tells me, he tells the team to stack B. Why? Because he's got all of this information. So he tells us to stack 3B, which, unfortunately for us, isn't the correct play, as you shall see. So we're in a really good position if they go B. My teammate Cammy has the short push. If they do go short, I can use the window angle to hold short too. My teammate Mark on the balcony is hidden, and I'm holding all of B apps. So we're in a setup where if they do come B, I kill the first player. Then all of the T's would be looking at me. My teammate Mark would peek from balcony, have an easy cleanup on many players in B, if we had used the information as we thought it was. Instead, guys, Asins do a really good mid-round call here, so shout out to Fraser for IGLing this. And they actually go for a B take, and sorry, an A take. And at this point, we lose the site, and we do end up saving here. So nothing too special to see. Obviously, we're out of position. And it's not to be upset with, guys. Like, if you are going to push and get this information, you might as well utilize it and stack B, for example. I actually want to take this moment to show you guys the importance of exit frags. A lot of people will meme on AWPers especially for just getting exit frags and getting these useless kills. But you'll see here, guys, in this next buy round, that it can actually have a subtle impact. And that subtle impact is... Oh, actually, it's bigger than I thought. You see here, I kill Fraser, who had an AWP. Fraser had an AWP. I kill Fraser. He's not got the AWP. I kill the second player short, and no one saves the AWP. You can see here, guys, none of the players on 8 sins can afford the AWP. And with that, Fraser has no AWP. Carter has no HE nade and no Molotov. Prime has no Molotov. So because of the exit frags, 8 sins are now missing 2 Molotovs, 1 extra HE nade, and most importantly, the AWPer hasn't gone AWP. So it makes a big impact if you do get these important save frags. And we're moving now into the final round of the half. So I'm going to do the jump on short. And this is such a good example of what I mentioned at the start of the game when I did the first jump onto short, where it was 3-1, and it's so early into the game that I'm not taking the risky approach. Like I said, when you do this fast jump onto short, the T's can swing mid and kill you in the air if they have the best spawn and they don't smoke top mid. So, first time I go short, I don't do the dangerous one, I do the safe jump, which means, obviously, I do give up this cross, which you see me holding now. I do give this cross up when I go into ladder room, but it's much safer. Instead, now that I've established that they don't like to play that style with the swinging top mid, I've got the second spawn. The second time round, I've got the best spawn. Instead, I utilize it in a more aggressive way. Another great example of this, to use a boxing example, is if you guys are throwing a really heavy combination to the body and head in boxing, it's recommended that you throw the body shot, you bring the glove back to your head to protect your face, you pull back, and then you go for the headshot afterwards. But you lose power. You actually get more power in boxing if you go for the body shot, leave the hand lower like this so it has a further distance to travel, and then you bring it up to the head afterwards. But you don't bring the glove back in between shots to protect your face, so it is more risky. And my boxing coach taught me that at the start of a boxing fight, you would do the safer approach, bringing the glove back before the second hard shot. But if in the fight your opponent isn't countering it, then later in the rounds, you can go for a heavier second shot by not bringing it back to your face, the glove back to your face, and leaving it lower down to generate more velocity and more power and to do more damage. So that's a sporting example of the exact same thing. The first time I do the jump is with my hand next to my face, protecting myself. When I realize they're not countering it by swinging out top mid, I do the more aggressive play. So here, guys, I've got so much info. Look at how safe I am in mid. I molly the boxes, and I have all of mid. And at this point, I'm telling my teammates, play 2A. Look at how much pressure I'm able to take off of mid here from my team. Con is smoked. Con is smoked. Window smoked. Top mid smoked. But we're still playing 2A, which is really important here, guys. And at this point, I've been in mid for about 20 seconds now, and I'm doing a macro rotation, okay? A macro timing, a macro is obviously things that relate to your team and the overall map. A macro timing is around 20 to 25 seconds, and a micro timing, which is a timing which only relates to yourself, is about 5 to 7 seconds. So you see there, I have all of mid for about 20 seconds. Nothing is spotted, so I rotate. And what's important here, guys, I don't want to miss this because it's very important, is I'm dropping my smoke as well outside window to the B players. Why? As a rotate player, when you're leaving a bomb site, you are weakening the bomb site you're leaving to strengthen another bomb site. So when you leave the site, you should drop your utility in a safe place. Obviously, maybe inside the window is a bit safer than outside the window. But either way, leaving your utility on the site that you're leaving and then going to strengthen the other site with just pure firepower. So, I'm able to do a fantastic rotation here. I'm not wasting my time in mid. Instead, I'm here on the right angle, which is holding ramp with the AWP. Smoke comes in towards Ticket. My teammate's alive. So, my teammate Aradon is here. I do have a flash, and I have two options here, guys. Either I flash ramp for my teammate Aradon to peek from underpass, or I just come through the smoke and I take my own duel. Bang, lovely shot. And unfortunately here, and this is the hard part, in my head, watching this back, I should definitely jump out of triple and go back CT. I understand that now. In the moment, I didn't realize my teammate died so quickly, and I felt like I was trying to fight with him. And I'm stuck in this awful situation where, yeah, there's not really much I can do. So Oh my god, I should have killed Dobbo there if I looked up. But watching it back, you can see I could have either flushed my teammate Aerodon. Instead, after I killed that first player, Fraser, again I've killed Fraser. I flash and I should have jumped through the smoke here and survived. But it would have been better for us to be in a 4 versus 3 in that situation. So yeah, I made the same mistake twice technically. Even though it's in different scenarios, I've made the same mistake twice, which is over peaking an advantage. Obviously, this last round was much harder to understand that because my teammate's here and I'm trying to come through the smoke and fight with him. But still, it's the same mistake in principle, which is over peaking in the 4 versus 3. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We do go on to lose the clutch there and lose the round. And it's 6-6 at the half. But you can see the impact there, guys, in terms of damage done. Number 1, 120 ADR, 14 kills. And all the impact comes from all the information in mid. Anchoring the bomb sites. Having so much information for your team. It's not just about the kills, guys, when you're playing the AWP. It's also about the information that you're able to gather. And another side piece as well is when I'm anchoring these bomb sites, you guys saw how much pressure I'm able to take off of my teammates, and I'm able to loosen them up and let them be free around con, around jungle, or the round where we start 3A and my teammates are able to push ramp, etc. So you can use the AWP to enable your teammates. You can use the AWP to get information to enable your team to stack the right bomb site, or you can just enable the win by killing everyone. Either or works. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first video here. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting 8 videos a month now, thanks to skins.com for sponsoring my YouTube channel. And yes, this is episode 1 of the Smart Sniper. If you guys want me to do a tutorial on how to AWP Mirage, how to AWP CT mid on Mirage, how to AWP, you name it, leave comments and I'll be able to teach you guys the game. And I had so much fun filming this. So thank you so much for watching, guys.